Neil's Place, Neil's Place, Neil's Place, Neil's Place. Okay, this is going to be a quick overview of Lesson 1 in Ukulele in the Classroom. You can order this book online, or you can get a PDF that has all of the information that you need, all the pages that you need at uketropolis.com. And we're going to look at the very first lesson, open strings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of this with you so that you can have you can play along with the video and use it to practice. So we're talking about the open strings on the ukulele, so let's get started. Ukuleles are strung two different ways, with a low G or with a high G. So the string that's closest to your chin is either low or high. All the other strings are the same. Those strings are G, either high or low, C, E, or A. If you have a high G, it's called reentrant tuning. And if you have a low G, it's called linear tuning. Let's go back to linear tuning. Okay, so we're just going to work with those four notes in this first lesson. And if you look at this page here, you'll see that it identifies each of the strings and how to show those notes on a staff of music. And the first note is a G, and you'll see that it printed on the page is both a high G and a low G. I'm going to play it with the low G. And that note is, if it's the low G, the note is below the staff. It's on the third space below the staff. If it's a high G, it's on the staff, and it's on the second line of the staff. So that's a G. And then you have a C note. The C note is also shown to you below the staff. It's on the first line below the staff. And then you have the E note. It's on the first line of the staff. And then you have the A note, which is on the second space of the staff. Okay, so now you're getting a chance to see how you read music, how you find which pitch to play. But the note tells you something else besides which pitch to play. The note also tells you how long to play that note. And if you're looking at the page that I just showed you, you'll see a little hollow circle. And that hollow circle, where it's placed on the staff, tells you which note to play. And the fact that it's a hollow circle tells you play that note for 4 beats. So what is a beat? Every time I snap, that's a beat, right? Or every time I tap my toe, that would be a beat. Or I could use a metronome like I have here, and I can keep a beat with a metronome. Okay. So every time you hear that little drum hit, that's one more beat. Okay, so looking at this very first page of the very first lesson, we have 4 whole notes in a row. So I'm going to play that first line of music. Each note is going to last for 4 beats. I'm going to count it in, and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, you're reading music. See if you can play along with it this time. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to count to 4, and I want you to play right along with me. It doesn't matter if you have a high G or a low G, just play right along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So go ahead and try that until you can get it right. Feel free to rewind the video. Let's take a little pause before we go any further, and let's talk a little bit about technique. You may have already learned about technique from some of our other videos, but remember to sit up straight, hold your ukulele flat to the front of your body, put your right thumb in the sweet spot, which is right where the neck and the body meet. And for now, all you need to do with your left hand is hold up the neck at about this angle and kind of keep this hand out of the way. Okay? Okay, so now that we've established the 4 open notes, let's continue. We just played 4 whole notes in a row, right? G, C, E, and A. Okay, and each note had 4 beats. So whenever you see one of these circles without any stem, a hollow circle without a stem, that's a whole note and it gets 4 beats. If you see a hollow circle with a stem, that's a half note and it gets 2 beats. And if you see a filled in circle with a stem, that's a quarter note. It gets 1 beat. Okay, so whenever you look at the written music on the page, you want to figure out what's the pitch, which note do I play, and what's the duration, how long do I play it. And now we have 3 different durations, half note, whole note, quarter note, and we have 4 different pitches. Okay, so continuing with lesson 1, on the next page, if you have the PDF, you'll find it in the exercises section of a different file. Should be pretty easy to find. But continuing, we have a combination of half notes and quarter notes. And the rhythm is going to be bum, 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 bum. Some notes get 2 beats, some notes get 1 beat, right? Half notes and quarter notes. So I'm going to turn on the metronome. I'm going to count us in with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to play it. See if you can play along. I will play it 3 times. Here we go.
110 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Are you able to play that? If not, give it a try again. You can rewind the video as much as you need to and see if you can get that rhythm right. Make sure that you're holding your instrument flat to the front of your body and that you're playing with your thumb in the sweet spot, which is right where the neck and the body meet. You want to be sitting up straight. I always like to say flat to the front, shoulders square, looking like you could jump from your chair. That's good ukulele technique. This hand, all you need to do is just hold up the ukulele at about this angle and keep these fingers out of the way for now. We're only dealing with the open notes. So we're going to move on to line 2 of these exercises. Item number 2. It's the exact same rhythm that we just played. Can you figure out by looking at exercise 2 which note we're supposed to play? It's an E note. Feel free to go back and forth from the first and second page of this lesson so that you can figure out what each note is. And you'll begin to learn how to identify the notes like you've known it all your life. Just like you can read the alphabet, you know immediately what letters they are. Same idea. So, same rhythm, different note. This time we're going to play an E note. Exercise 2. Turn on my metronome. I'm going to play it just a couple of times this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting moving. I'm going to keep on moving through these exercises. We just did 1 and 2. You'll notice the note is different, but the rhythm is the same. Now I'm going to do 3 and 4. The notes are different for 3 and 4, but the rhythms are exactly the same. So here is exercise 3 in lesson 1. And turning on the metronome, counting us in with a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. On to exercise 4. Exact same rhythm. Now we're playing which note? Can you tell? Take a look back at your little key page to see if you can figure it out. It's on the first line below the staff, making it a, did you guess right? A C note. Turning on the metronome, I'm going to play it 2 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you're starting to get the hang of it. Some of you may be able to get this right away. You completely understand how to read the music. Some of you may just be listening along and going, well, I can copy what's going on the video, and I will do that. Either way is fine, okay? Slowly but surely, you're going to be able to understand how to read music. It's going to be real quick for some of you. It'll take a little longer for others. So on to lines 5 and 6. Again, 5 and 6 have the exact same rhythm as each other, but a different note. So playing exercise number 5 is going to be, can you tell which note it is? We're going to be playing a C note, first line below the staff, and the rhythm goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And you'll notice that I played that twice. Did you see the 2 dots at the end of that line? Those 2 dots mean repeat. If you are struggling with that rhythm, here's one of the ways that I use to reinforce that rhythm and make it easier to learn. I go pie, pie, apple, pie, apple, apple, pie, 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 apple, pie, apple, apple, pie, pie. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to help the rhythm along, depending on the best way for you to learn. And for some people, hearing those words makes it a ton easier to get a hold of a rhythm. So let's go on to exercise 6. Same rhythm, different note. Can you tell what note is next? We have a little gray ghost note, which is on the second line of the staff. And we have the darker note, apropos of a low G, which is on the third space below the staff. So we're going to play a G note, exact same rhythm, pie, pie, apple, apple, pie, pie. I'm going to play it with the repeat. See if you can play along. I'll count to 4, and then we'll start. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you getting the hang of that? One last rhythm, 2 more lines of music. Exercises 7 and 8. I'll be counting to 4, and then I will play it. Can you tell what note to play on exercise 7? It's on the first line of the staff. It's an E note. And how about exercise 8? Again, we have either on the second line of the staff or the third space below the staff, a G note, okay? So I'll play exercise 7 first. 2 dots at the end of the staff indicates that I repeat it. And it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Okay, how you doing on that one? If you're struggling with that one, here's a little lyrical device that I use for that one. My dog has 4 legs. My dog has 4 legs. Come up with something else like, I like some candy. I'd like some candy. Lyrics can help you with rhythm. So finally, we go to the very last one. Same rhythm, different note. What note is it again? It's a G. And I'll play it and repeat it. Count it in with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. All right, you are on your way. You're starting to read music. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them on to us here at Groundwork Music Project. And Yukon.
Neil's Place, Neil's Place.